Today I'm going outside my style comfort zone and I'm going to be drawing in manga. I've got to be honest, it's been a very, very long time since I've really dabbled in the manga / anime style of, Japanese art. And, well, I did have a little bit of phase. And don't look at these eyes, like I'm going to change them. But this was a very quick sketch, so I was able to slow it down and you can watch all my little mistakes as they happen in almost real time. So that'll be cool, won't it be? So I thought I would just clarify something, and that is that I have an original character named Manga Girl. A lot of people misspell it as Manga Girl, and that's not really the case. It's actually sort of how her name came to be. You can watch the video where I explain all that, but people have been making that mistake. So I thought I would just point that out again, and I thought it would be hilarious to point out that mistake by drawing Manga Girl in the manga style. So that is what I am doing. Like I said, it's been a very long time since I've done this, so I was really had to sort of study this art style before I dove into it and did this warm-up sketch of Manga Girl. And I noticed a few things that I remembered were that you need to have really large, beautiful, and innocent eyes. And, well, depending on the character, they have different eye shapes for the different types of characters. But the younger, more innocent characters usually have the large eyes, and Manga Girl is a younger character, so I knew I had to give her the giant eyes. Another thing I noticed, is what I'm working on right now, is their hair is super, super detailed. I mean, of course, this depends on the artist drawing it, but just sort of in average, it seemed like most of the artists tend to give it very, very, very detailed hair, and you almost draw every strand, but not quite. But you draw a lot of them, and I usually try to draw the least number of strands in my personal art style because I like to keep everything simple and just think of the shapes instead of having to think of every strand of hair. So that was very difficult for me, and I actually found a reference of a girl with ponytails, and I kind of sort of shamelessly ripped it off for Manga Girl because she always has her little ponytails. Her ponytails are very, very small in, like, at least that little comic that I made, which you can read. I'll have a link in the description if you want to check out a little bit of Manga Girl's story. I made a little comic, and you can see it in my art style. But she has these cute little short, tiny little baby ponytails, and that just really didn't fit in with the manga style. I could have gone with, like, sometimes I've seen in manga where they'll do, like, little, they'll have their hair in two ponytails, but they'll be more shaped like two little spheres on top of their heads, which I thought kind of fit, but I thought I really need to translate it to as much manga as I can, and so anime and manga tend to have, like, outrageously large amounts of hair. So I decided to give her the long ponytails with all these strands that I had to draw in, and it was really difficult, especially as a warm-up sketch to try and do, but it was really, really fun, and I feel like I learned some things that I could definitely translate to my normal style, or to my current style, I should say. And it's a very good idea to do different style exercises. I would suggest it. You can let me know what style you draw in, if it has a name, or if you draw in your own style, which is super awesome too, and I really like having your own style, and I like being able to look at art and knowing exactly who drew it. I don't know if I'm there yet with my art style, but that's something we can talk about in the comments, and I'll be looking in there and replying. I think that would be a good thing to talk about. Anyway, so now that I've finished the line art, I just wasn't happy with it. It felt so thin, and you know that I tend to draw with very, very thick line art, and that's not really the anime manga style. It's usually very, very thin. So I was like, I need to add some color, and luckily I had these Photoshop brushes that were screen tones, and I was like, that would work perfect for this style that I'm trying to emulate. So I took different screen tones and started adding some shading, and that's when I feel like it really started coming to life, and I felt like, wow, I kind of did it. I did it. I drew in manga for the first time in forever, so I think it turned out pretty cool after that. And I added some to her I gave her blush with the screen tones, and I think that really helped too. And I really like it. I think I like the way it turned out. When I was little, I was a bit of one of those hipsters. I was like, I'm not gonna draw in manga. No, I'm gonna be different. And I actually did draw in manga for a little while, mostly because my best friends older sister did, and I like looked up to her so much, and I wanted to draw and fill sketchbooks like she did. That was before I had sketchbooks, and I thought it was so cool. So I got like art books that taught me how to draw manga. And then at just one point, there was a switch in my head, and I was just thought, I can't draw in manga because everybody draws in manga. And I went total hipster mode and tried not to draw in manga ever again. And like I hadn't until very, very recently drawn in manga. In that Scrawlerbox video, if you want to check that one out. I'll have a link for that too. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you like this drawing, and let me know what style I should try to draw in next. I feel like doing some style exercises would be really, really fun. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys all next week, and I hope you have a very delicious evening full of waffles. Bye!